Why did Putin decide, let's put it this way, on yet another vile, but rather global stunt? Well, you see, yes, he was magically influenced by that victory parade he held on May 9th. There was a simple calculation that there are a lot of scoundrels on the planet, including those currently in power. And now we need to gather them all and show their greatness. And of course, they all came running at his whistle when he slapped his thigh. And naturally, each of them received the mark of a Kremlin vassal on their forehead. Although it's not hard to notice that, for example, all of Central Asia and places like Myanmar, they actually came not to pay homage to the ghoul, but to Grandpa Xi, the stroke victim. But Russia didn't catch this nuance, that Putin was more of a dispatcher here, more of an entertainer at this meeting. And it's attributed all the significance of the meeting solely to its international character and the unquestionable legitimacy of its beloved Führer. But now we see that it was precisely this show that greatly inspired the Kremlin patient. He lost himself, lost all sense of boundaries, and rejected the month-long truce that had already been approved by both Trump and Europe, instead scheduling endless, pointless negotiations in Istanbul while the war continued. This crooked, predictable, purely Putin-style move doesn't just fail to smell of peace. It doesn't even smell of that very intermission. In essence and in form, this is a declaration of the continuation of the war. And here, Zelensky makes an unexpected, brilliant move. And Trump too, turned out to be demonically perceptive. He also spotted the bald patch at the end of the tunnel. And he decided to intensify Putin's torment by being personally present in Istanbul on May 15th, not only by his personal presence, but also by overseeing the negotiations. And apparently, Zelensky's audacity, as is evident from his statements, has left him absolutely delighted. Whereas for Putin, if he decides to go this trip, this is a one-way trip for him. He was never particularly good at conversation, and after 20 years of interacting only with sycophants, after 20 years of only rehearsed questions, he has completely lost the ability to talk to opponents. Well, we know that there are zero arguments for his idiotic invasion of Ukraine. But all of this is packaged into the well-known formula. They bombed Donbass. And the level of his public debate skills, well, I can tell you this as a specialist, is negligible. At the same time, if Putin, well, there's one chance in 1,000, does end up being forced to drag himself to Istanbul, to his, let's say, bare bones summit, right? Zelensky should insist on a live broadcast of this negotiation process and immediately announce it. And what secrets really could there be? Secrets from the world in this bloody, extremely dangerous and global issue. And if this broadcast were to take place, humanity could see for itself that this war is the result of the hallucinations of the Kremlin's patient. There are no other reasons for